Welcome back to another thrilling recap. Today, we dive into a world of ruthless crime syndicates, betrayal, and an assassin's unrelenting quest for vengeance. Prepare yourself for a high-octane action, dramatic showdowns, and brutal retribution. This is the story of Sokota, a feared hitman who loses everything only to return from the dead, deadlier than ever. Let's begin. Our story begins in the neon-lit streets of Shinjo City, a place crawling with crime and corruption. Inside a dimly lit apartment, a hitman named Sokota sits sharpening his blade, the cold steel gleaming under the flickering light. His face is emotionless, but his eyes burn with a deadly focus. He slides the weapon into its sheath, gets into his sleek, black car, and speeds off into the night. Meanwhile, at a luxurious beachside mansion, a group of Yakuza thugs anxiously report to their ruthless boss, Kawano. A rival gang is threatening to take over Shinjo City, and his men have failed to stop them. Enraged by their incompetence, Kawano casually pulls out a knife, his expression unreadable until, in a flash, he stabs one of his own men and brutally slashes his face. His message is clear: failure is not an option. Outside, Sokota moves through the shadows, his presence completely unnoticed. Like a phantom of death, he eliminates the guards one by one, silent, precise, and merciless. A blade flashes in the moonlight, and blood spills onto the floorboards. Inside, the remaining thugs begin to panic. Blood drips through the ceiling, and the lifeless legs of their comrades dangle ominously from above. Realizing the danger, the Yakuza scramble to escort Kawano to safety. But Sokota is already inside, weaving through the corridors, cutting down anyone who dares stand in his way. The thugs drag Kawano toward the door, but the bodies of their fallen comrades block the exit. Desperate, they rush him upstairs instead. Sokota makes his way to the rooftop, taking down enemies effortlessly, his blade dancing through the air. Down below, Kawano reaches his getaway car, but as he opens the door, his blood runs cold. His driver sits lifeless in the seat, throat slit. Sokota was already here. As chaos erupts, a towering gangster grabs Sokota and hurls him through a glass door. The two men engage in a brutal hand-to-hand fight, using everything in the room as weapons, furniture, glass shards, anything within reach. The thug gains the upper hand, pinning Sokota down and preparing to stab him, but in one swift motion, Sokota severs his hand, leaving him writhing in agony. Bleeding and furious, Sokota finally corners Kawano in his luxurious bedroom. The Yakuza boss fires at him, but Sokota uses a dead thug as a human shield, bullets ripping through the corpse. Terrified, Kawano makes a last-ditch attempt to escape through the balcony, but Sokota is faster. In a single deadly strike, he finishes him off. But this is just the beginning. As Sokota catches his breath, a remaining thug attempts to shoot him from behind, only to be shot first by Sokota's handler, Fujita. As they leave, Fujita hands Sokota his payment and urges him to keep working, but Sokota refuses. His family is his priority now. He turns his back on the bloodshed, unaware that a figure watches him from the darkness. Sokota returns home to his wife, Aoi, and daughter, Ryo. The warmth of their presence offers him peace. He takes a long shower, washing away the blood of his enemies, hoping this will be his last mission. But fate has other plans. As he changes, a chilling sound shatters the moment his family's terrified screams. He rushes out to find masked men surrounding his wife and daughter. They wear demon masks, their leader casually thanking Sokota for eliminating Kawano's gang, making way for their own criminal empire, the Kimingumi. When one of the men grabs Ryo, Sokota's instincts kick in. He lunges forward, ready to kill, but freezes as another thug fires a warning shot. The masked leader calmly explains that their duty is to protect the city from a supernatural demon, which supposedly takes over a host every 50 years, sending them on a killing spree. They believe Sokota, that demon. Aoi pleads for mercy, but the leader shoots her in the head without hesitation. Sokata is frozen in horror. Before he can react, another gunshot echoes through the house. Ryo is shot. In his agony, Sokata promises he will kill them all. The masked leader smirks. "We'll be waiting," he says before shooting Sokata himself. Shinjo City has changed. Mayor Sunohara proudly boasts about transforming it into a prosperous paradise. But behind the scenes, people mysteriously disappear, and corruption thrives. In a medical prison, Sokata lies in a vegetative state, a ghost of his former self. But when his sentence is finally over, Fujita takes him to a rundown apartment in the slums. Days pass. A young caretaker, Roj, looks after him, feeding him and taking him for walks. But deep inside, something stirs within Sokata. One night, a one-handed thug attacks them, screaming Sokata's name, the same thug whose hand he cut off years ago. But Sokata doesn't react. Not yet. Elsewhere, journalist Komiyama investigates the Kimingumi and discovers their connection to human trafficking and Shinjo City's corruption. But as he pieces the puzzle together, masked assassins hunt him down. In a hospital, Police Chief Kotaro enters Sokata's room. He wears a demon mask. He was one of the men who killed Sokata's family. Smirking, he injects a lethal dose into Sokata's the fourth, but as he taunts him, Sokata moves. With inhuman rage, Sokata grabs Kotaro and chokes him. The fight is brutal. Bodies hit the walls, objects break, and gunshots echo through the corridors. In a final act of vengeance, Sokata strangles Kotaro with the bedsheets. He steps out of the hospital, alive, eyes burning with revenge. The demon is back. The Kimingumi hear of his return, and their leader, Sunohara, laughs. The demon walks again. He whispers, beginning an ancient ritual, and so, Sokata's path of vengeance begins. One man, one blade. An unstoppable force of destruction. What happens next? Will Sokata reunite with his daughter? Will he bring down the entire Kimingumi? Stay tuned for the next part. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments below.